Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ursprung Gymnasium inside the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University, where the 14th ranked Yellow Jacket women's basketball team is set to host their final home game of the regular season, as they are going to take on the Fighting Muskies of Muskingum University. The Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets come into today's game with a 19-3 overall record. They are 11-1 here at home on the season. They are 12-3 in Ohio Athletic Conference play, 7-1 in home Ohio Athletic Conference games. The Muskingum College Fighting Muskies come in with a record of 9-13 overall. They are 4-8 in true away games, and they are 6-9 in Ohio Athletic Conference play. Taking a look at the Ohio Athletic Conference women's basketball standings before we celebrate the Senior Day festivities here. The Yellow Jackets find themselves one game back of first place of the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. The teams split the regular season series. Each team also lost to Marietta. The Yellow Jackets lost to Otterbein last weekend. Muskingum comes in as the number 8 team in the conference. They will make the Ohio Athletic Conference tournament field, barring a late season surge from the Mountain Union Purple Raiders, who are in the 9th spot. We're honoring the seniors here at Baldwin Wallace today, and they're starting off with assistant coach Kayla Paul. We're also recognizing Jackie Kasai. She is a photography, she handles the photography duties for the women's basketball team, and she does an outstanding job. Just a great eye for everything involving the Yellow Jacket women's basketball program. And now they're recognizing the seniors who have had an amazing run here at Baldwin Wallace University. When you look at what these ladies have accomplished, it's been nothing short of outstanding. Multiple NCAA tournament runs, multiple Ohio Athletic Conference championships. Just phenomenal run by these young ladies. And Izzy Andrews was the first to be introduced. She's a senior guard out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, and Rudolph Steiner High School. Megan Hensel is the next senior to be introduced, and she already knows what her future plans are. She's going to be a staff accountant, and she has signed on with the company. Best of luck to Megan as well. Reagan Schill is being introduced now, and she is going to pursue a Master of Science in Nursing here at Baldwin Wallace next season. The Yellow Jackets have reached the NCAA tournament 3 times in these ladies' illustrious careers. The one exception was the 2021 spring season, when there was no NCAA tournament because of the COVID-19 pandemic. They've twice reached the Sweet 16 in 2020. They didn't get to go beyond that because the season was canceled the day they traveled up to Hope to play in a Sweet 16 matchup. 3 trips to the NCAA's, 2 Ohio Athletic Conference championships. Just an outstanding run when you look at it. 3 20-win seasons as well. This will be the 4th 20-win season if they can win today. 20-8 as freshmen, 28-2 as sophomores, 10-5 in the spring season, and then 23-5 last year. An incredible run by these ladies, and once again 19-3 this year. and hopefully headed for another NCAA tournament appearance. They've already made 16 tournaments, and hopefully this year will bring the 17th appearance in the postseason for the Yellow Jackets. Taking a look at the starting lineups first for the Muskingum University Fighting Muskies. In the backcourt, a 5'7" sophomore guard from Deerfield, Ohio, in Southeast High School. Number 1, Hallie Moorhead. Joining her in the backcourt, a 5'6" freshman from Bradford, Ohio, in Covington High School. Number 14, Claudia Harrington. On the wing, a 5'4" freshman guard from Trenton, Ohio, and Edgewood High School. Number 21, Lizzie Allen. At guard, a 5'8" junior from Sterling, Ohio, and Norwayne High School. Number 22, Taylor Damasimo. And at forward, a 5'9" sophomore from Sterling and Norwayne High School. Number 23, Caitlin Damasimo. The Muskingum Fighting Muskies are coached by Kelly Broderick, who's in her first season, and she's assisted by Olivia Sanskin. Starting it off for the Yellow Jackets, in the backcourt, a 5'4" sophomore guard from Pickerington and Pataskala Watkins Memorial High School. Number 2, Emily Irwin. At guard, a 5'5" senior from Sheffield Village and Elyria Catholic High School. Number 10, Reagan Schill. At guard, a 5'7" senior guard from Ann Arbor, Michigan and Rudolph Steiner High School. Number 22, Izzy Andrews. At guard, a 5'10" graduate student from Upper Sandusky, number 23, Megan Hensel. And at forward, a 5'11" sophomore from Perrysburg, number 24, Bella Valen. The Yellow Jackets are coached by Sherry Hare, who is in her 33rd season leading the Yellow Jacket program. She is assisted by Cody Hartzler, Steve Thompson, Steve Oliver, student assistants Kayla Paul, Elijah Arndt, and Lamis El Medhoum. The Muskies will be in their road black uniforms with white lettering and red lettering and white numerals with the opposite color in trim. They also have red trim down each of the sides of the jersey and the Fighting Muskies logo on either side of the shorts. The Yellow Jackets will come out in their home white uniforms with jackets written in brown lettering and gold trim across the front of the jersey and gold numerals with brown trim on the front and back. The Yellow Jacket logo on either side of the shorts. It'll be Valent tipping it off against Harrington, and it's tipped back to Emily Irwin. The Yellow Jackets win it. Send it over to Izzy Andrews on the left wing, now to Irwin on the right wing. She'll drive to the middle of the floor, look for Megan Hensel. Hensel swings it to Schill, now to Andrews on the left side of the floor. Andrews drives all the way to the right side of the key, dumps it to Valent. Valent in traffic, misses the shot. Rebound pulled in by Harrington. Harrington sends it over to Caitlin Damasimo, and her shot's off the mark. Emily Irwin pulls down a rebound, and she'll push. 1-on-3, out to Hensel. Out front to Valent. Right side, it goes to Andrews on the wing. She loses a handle on it, and it's taken away by Harrington. Harrington sends it up the floor to Caitlin Damasimo. She'll drive around Valent, and she'll be hit with the travel. It's a turnover for the Muskies. Hensel inbounds it to Irwin. Irwin up the right side of the floor. She sends a pass left side to Andrews. Into the corner, it goes to Valent. Out to the wing, it goes to Schill. Schill now to Andrews, back left side. Out front to Hensel. She'll reverse it to the right to Irwin. 9 on the shot clock. Irwin over to Schill. Schill lobs it inside to Valent. But Valent is fouled by Caitlin DeMassimo before she can get a hand on the basketball. That's her first, and that's the first on the team. In the quarter, Irwin to trigger the inbound pass. Does so to Hensel. Hensel goes up off glass. It's good. Jackets in front, 2-0. 8:33 to go in the first quarter. Lizzie Allen handling the point guard duties for the Muskies. Swings it into the high post to Claudia Harrington. She'll hand off to Moorhead. Moorhead on the drive. Too strong on the shot. Valent there for the board. She'll push it across the timeline. Send it to Irwin right side. Irwin on the drive. Goes up off glass. It's good. Yellow Jackets double their advantage and lead it 4-0. 2 minutes into the game. Moorhead between the circles. Dribbles off right side. Now back to the middle of the floor. Lobs it inside to Caitlin DeMassimo. She catches it just before it goes out of bounds. She works it all the way around to the left side and then throws it into the backcourt where Harrington will touch it up for another turnover. Carolyn Wokley, a 5'8 junior guard from Mentor, has checked into the game, and she'll replace Izzy Andrews. Wokley will trigger the inbound pass in front of the Muskingum bench along the sideline. She does so to Irwin. Irwin right side to Hensel. Out front it goes to Wokley. She'll swing it left wing to Schill. Schill drives to the lane, out to Wokley. She'll fire up a three, and she'll knock it down for Baldwin Wallace. BW with a 7-0 advantage, 2.5 minutes into the game. Allen running point, sends a pass right wing to Caitlin DeMassimo. Out front it goes back to Allen. Pump fake on the shot. Gets Irwin in the air. She'll dribble it out and then send it over to Taylor DeMassimo, who misses on the three, and Hensel's there for the board. She'll outlet it to Emily Irwin. Irwin pushes it into the front court. Out front to Hensel. Now to Schill on the left wing. Back to Valent. Now to Wokley on the right side. Into the corner it goes to Irwin for three. Off the mark, but Valent is going to hustle and track down the board in the left corner. She'll put it on the deck twice, give it out front to Wokley at the top of the key. Wokley over to Hensel right side. Into the corner it goes to Valent. Right wing pass to Wokley. 7 on the shot clock. Wokley lobs it left side to Schill for three. Off the mark, rebound to Taylor DeMassimo. She swings it right side to Lizzie Allen. Allen gets to the line, gets to the lane, kicks it over to Caitlin DeMassimo. Now over to Claudia Harrington. Back to Moorhead, back to Harrington. Now on the right wing for three. Got it. Muskingum trails 7-3 with 6:15 to go in the first quarter. Quickly back the other way. Irwin to Schill, back to Irwin, out front to Hensel on the dribble drive. Kicks it into the corner to Schill for three. Got it. Jackets back in front by 7, 10-3 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lizzie Allen lobs it into the high post to Caitlin DeMassimo. She'll give it to Claudia Harrington now. Back to Lizzie Allen out front. Allen will dribble a little left of the lane. Get back into the lane. Backing down Emily Irwin, and her pass is stolen away by Megan Hensel. The senior guard coming up with the takeaway for the Yellow Jackets. She gives it to Carolyn Wokley. Wokley on the right side of the floor. Dribbles off to the wing. Lobs it inside to Valent. Valent catches it in the mid-post, and she's immediately double-teamed, and she will be tied up for a jump ball. It'll go to the Muskies. Checking back into the game for the Yellow Jackets, it's Izzy Andrews, and joining her on that full-scale line change is Sylvie Sonneman, Kira Philpott, Alyssa Miller, and Leah Riley. Harrington with the basketball for the Muskies. She'll hand off to Tori Jones, who's back into the game for the first time tonight. Jones with the shot. It's off the mark. Rebound to Andrews, and Andrews took one too many steps after picking up her dribble. That's a travel and a turnover for the Yellow Jackets. Also into the game for the Muskies, number 42, Anna Lippiett, a 5'10 freshman from Salem and West Branch High School. Allen will inbound along the Yellow Jackets sideline. It gets reversed over to Moorhead on the right side, back to Harrington on the left side. She'll drive to the right, hand it to Moorhead. Moorhead backing down Sonneman. Kicks it out to Harrington. Harrington working against Andrews, has to back it out after getting in the lane. Now she'll try to repost and send it out to Moorhead on the right wing. Gets kicked out to Allen, and Allen finds Lippiett down low. That left Moorhead open for a three at the top of the key, no good, and Philpott pulled down the board, and in the process drew a foul. And it's against Tori Jones. That's the first on the New Philadelphia native and Dover High School product. It's the second on the Muskies in the quarter. Yellow Jackets in front 10-3 with 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Miller sends a pass to Andrews on the right wing. The only problem was Miller thought Andrews was going to set a screen and pop to the wing. Instead, she pick and rolled to the hoop. There was nobody there to receive the pass, and it's another turnover for the Yellow Jackets. Allen sends it to Moorhead on the left wing. She passes up the three, kicks it out to Jones. Jones over to Allen on the right side. Back to Jones on the left wing. Pump fake on the three, tries to drive, dishes a pass, but before she can get the ball to Moorhead, she is whistled for a travel. Another turnover for the Muskies. These teams have combined for 8 turnovers in the first 6+ minutes of the game. Riley on the drive, kicks it out to Miller. She'll drive baseline, throw up a 15-footer and knock it down for the Yellow Jackets. They go in front 12-3 with 3:43 to go here in the quarter. Allen quickly the other way for the Muskies, sends it left side to Harrington. Harrington into the corner of the Moorhead for three. Left it short, rebound to Alyssa Miller. She'll put it on the deck once and outlet it to Sonneman. Sonneman pushes it into the front court and hands it off to Leah Riley. Now left wing with the pass to Lizzie Andrews, back right wing to Riley. Riley back out front to Andrews on the dribble drive, looking backdoor to Philpott, and it's knocked out of bounds by one of the Muskies. Valent returns for the Yellow Jackets. She'll relieve Philpott. Back in for the Muskies, Taylor and Caitlin DeMassimo. Izzy Andrews will inbound it underneath her own hoop. Does so to Sonneman. Sonneman out front to Valent. Valent left side to Riley. 6 on the shot clock. Riley on the drive. Goes up with the left hand, layup, and gets it to go. 14-3. Jackets in front with 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Caitlin DeMassimo sends it out front to Taylor DeMassimo. On the drive, into the corner goes to Lippiett. She'll send it out front to Jones. Jones on the dribble, picks it up, gives it to Allen on the drive, gets the layup to go over Alyssa Miller. That makes it a 9-point Yellow Jacket lead, 14-5. Riley quickly the other way from the right wing, drives to the hoop, dishes it to Valent. Valent goes up off glass and gets the layup to go. Jackets back in front by double digits, 16-5. Caitlin DeMassimo sends it out front to Taylor DeMassimo. Taylor will dribble right to the lane and get a layup to go over double coverage from Miller and Andrews. Miller inbounds it to Andrews. Andrews jogs it into the front court to the top of the key. Sends a pass right wing to Riley. Riley into the post to Andrews, back to Riley in the corner. Riley drives baseline and throws it away. Allen will push the pace for the Muskies, 4-on-4 the other way. She'll throw up a right-handed hook shot over Andrews. It's off the mark. Sonneman there to clean off the glass. Sonneman pushes it into the front court. Over to Izzy Andrews on the right side, now to Riley on the right wing. Back out front to Andrews. She'll try the dribble drive, go up with the left hand, and Izzy Andrews is going to get 2 at the free throw line. Hallie Moorhead is back for the Muskies. She'll relieve Lizzie Allen. Into the game for the Muskies, or for the Jackets rather, returning Reagan Schill, Megan Hensel. They relieve Valent and Sonneman. Sadie Arnn has checked into the game for the first time today for the Yellow Jackets, the sophomore forward out of Cary, Ohio. Andrew misses the front end of the two-shot foul and hits the second. She'll sub out. Emily Irwin will come in. Leah Riley also taking a seat after that last play. Taylor DeMassimo on the right wing. Gets a screen, drives to the lane, kicks it to Moorhead on the left wing. Moorhead drives to the hoop. Dishes it in the corner to Lippiett for a long two. It rims out. Rebound to Reagan Schill. She'll send it up the floor to Irwin. Irwin on the dribble drive. Goes all the way to the hoop. Has it knocked away. And it'll be corralled by Tori Jones. She'll hand off to Taylor DeMassimo. Dribbles to the top of the key. Hands off to Caitlin DeMassimo. Now back to Jones on the baseline. Her jumper rattles in. That cuts the deficit to single digits. Jackets in front of the Muskies, 17-9. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Hensel swings a pass left wing to Schill. Schill into the post. It goes to Miller. Miller over to Irwin on the right wing. Thought about a three. Now tries the dribble drive. Kicks it to the left wing to Arnn. Into the corner to Hensel. She'll fire up a three. And it rims out. It's controlled by the Muskies, and they can use it just about all of it as the shot and game clocks are within about a half a second of each other. Moorhead working against Irwin. She tries the handoff to Jones, and it's tipped away by the Yellow Jackets. It'll be a jump ball as Arnn and Taylor DeMassimo get tangled up, and a possession goes to the Yellow Jackets. They have 10.4 seconds left in the quarter. Carolyn Wokley is back, and she'll replace Alyssa Miller. Hensel will inbound it to Irwin. Shot clock is off. Jackets can use it all. 5 left on the quarter clock. Irwin on the dribble drive. Goes up off glass with the right hand. Left it too strong. Jones there for the board. The Yellow Jackets will take a 17-9 lead into the second quarter break. And while we have this break in the action, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket women's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dane Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Fortuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill at downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. I want to remind you also that you are watching and listening to Yellow Jacket Women's Basketball on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Possession arrow favors the Muskies to start this second quarter. The Yellow Jackets will send out Wokley, Irwin, Schill, Hensel, and Philpott. The Muskies will counter with Taylor and Caitlin DeMassimo, Hallie Moorhead, Claudia Harrington, and Lizzie Allen. Allen running point. She sends it into the high post to Caitlin DeMassimo. She hands off to Taylor DeMassimo. Lost the handle on it, but maintained possession. Drove to the lane, missed the layup. Got her own rebound back, missed the putback, and is tied up for another jump ball situation, and it'll go the way of the Yellow Jackets. Hensel inbounds it to Irwin. Irwin dribbles to the right side of the floor. Now dribbles back between the circles over to Philpott on the left side. Philpott sends it right side to Wokley. Wokley looking back door to Schill. Schill puts it on the deck one time, goes up off glass. It rolls off the other side of the rim and is rebounded by Caitlin DeMassimo. She gives it to Lizzie Allen, who pushes it into the front court. Off to Claudia Harrington. Harrington goes up off glass, no good. A rebound pulled down by Megan Hensel. Schill with the basketball on the right side after catching a pass from Oakley. Sends it back out top to Oakley, over to Hensel. Now into the corner it goes to Irwin. Irwin out front to Schill. 10 on the shot clock. Oakley on the right side with possession of the basketball. Looking for the lob into Philpott. It's not there. Skips it to Schill for three from the left wing, and she banks it home, giving the Yellow Jackets a 20-9 advantage with 8:40 to go in the half. Taylor DeMassimo on the left wing. Passes it out front to Claudia Harrington out top. Over to Caitlin DeMassimo. She'll swing it in to Hallie Moorhead on the cut. Moorhead kicked it out to Harrington. Harrington sends it to Caitlin DeMassimo for three. Off the mark. Rebound to Carolyn Wokley. Wokley pushes the ball into the front court. Sends it to Philpott. Philpott with a save to keep it alive for the Jackets. Irwin into the corner to Wokley. Pump fake on the three. Now she'll try the dribble drive. Get into the lane. Lose a handle on it. And that's a turnover for the Yellow Jackets. It's Harrington coming out of the pack with the basketball to Taylor DeMassimo, and she misses the layup. Philpott gets the board. Pushes it into the front court. Jump stops with the basketball over to Irwin. Now to Schill. Schill back left side to Irwin. Irwin over to Hensel on the right side of the floor. She'll swing it right wing to Wokley, back left wing to Irwin. She'll fire up a three, and it's off the mark, but Philpott is there for the offensive board. Philpott backing down a defender, throws up a right-handed hook shot. It's off the mark. Caitlin DeMassimo there for the board. She outlets it to Lizzie Allen. Over to Harrington, back to Caitlin DeMassimo. On the dribble drive, she goes up with the left hand. Count it, she'll get one more coming from the line. But she was fouled by Kira Philpott. That's the first on Philpott. That's the first on the Yellow Jackets this quarter. And near wholesale changes for the Yellow Jackets as Irwin, Schill, Philpott, and Wokley take seats. Valent, Andrews, Riley, and Sonneman come into the game for the Yellow Jackets. Hensel, the lone holdover. Caitlin DeMassimo, an 87.5% free throw shooter, 42 of 49 coming into the game. You can make it 43 of 49 as she knocks down the and one to make it an 8-point deficit. Yellow Jackets lead 20-12 with 7:07 to go in this first half. Riley with a three from the left wing. She missed every part of the apparatus and it sailed out of bounds. Possession to the Muskies. Lizzie Allen walks the ball into the front court, lobs it into Caitlin DeMassimo, back to Allen on the left wing. Allen on the dribble drive, has to back it out, back to the wing. Now she'll try to go to the middle of the floor. Dishes it to Caitlin DeMassimo, and she gets the layup to go. It's a 6-point Yellow Jacket lead. Andrews with the basketball. Into the front court, off to the right side, back to the middle of the floor. Over to Hensel on the right side, back to Riley on the left now. Riley over to the wing, it goes to Andrews. Now out front between the circles to Hensel. She'll swing it over to Sonneman. 10 on the shot clock. Sylvia Sonneman on the drive, and she has it knocked out of bounds by the Muskies. 6 on the shot clock. The Yellow Jackets have to hurry as they inbound it near the corner of the floor, and it'll be Andrews who will inbound it. She gets it to Hensel on the wing. Hensel pulls up from 17, left it short, rebound to Lizzie Allen. Allen on the drive. As she sent it over to Caitlin DeMassimo, who had it blocked, and it's taken away by the Yellow Jackets. Sonneman comes out of the pile with the basketball, gets it right back from Leah Riley, and hands off to Izzy Andrews. Andrews backing down one of her defenders, and she's tied up for a jump ball. It's another turnover for the Yellow Jackets. Alyssa Miller is back into the game. She'll relieve Megan Hensel. Lippiett is back for the Muskies, as is Tori Jones. Lizzie Allen will jog it into the front court. Send a pass right wing to Harrington. Harrington on the drive. As it go out of bounds, last touch by Leah Riley. Emily Irwin checks back into the game for the Yellow Jackets. Izzy Andrews will check out. Moorhead will inbound underneath her own hoop. Lobs it into Harrington. Harrington over to Jones. Jones will lip it on the left wing, and it's batted out of bounds by Sylvie Sonneman. On a lob inside to Harrington. Moorhead will inbound again underneath their own hoop. And she'll get the ball to Jones. Jones on the left wing, 10 on the shot clock. She'll dribble off right side, dish it to Allen. Allen gets into the lane, looking back door to Lippiett, and it's kicked out of bounds by the Yellow Jackets. We'll have the shot clock reset to 20 seconds. The Muskies had it down to 5. Yellow Jackets have to play a little bit more defense now. Harrington on the drive, kicks it out to Moorhead. Moorhead will try to drive over Sonneman. Throws up a wild runner. It's collected by Miller. Miller pushes it into the front court. Dribbles off left side. Sends it to Sonneman. Sonneman on the left wing. Back between the circles with a pass to Irwin. She'll reverse it to the right wing to Miller. Thought about a three. Gives it back out front to Sonneman. Into the high post it goes to Valent. Valent spins in the lane, dishes it to Miller, and Miller gets it to go for the Yellow Jackets. Their lead is back up to 8, 22-14, with 4:46 to go in the first half. Lizzie Allen with the ball on the right side of the floor. Hands off to Tori Jones. Jones backing down Emily Irwin. Throws up a bank shot, and it goes. Back to a 6-point game. Irwin quickly the other way, out front to Sonneman. Pump fake on the three. She'll drive all the way to the hoop and get the layup to go. 24-16, Jackets in front with 4:17 to go in the first half. Lizzie Allen dribbles off left side against Emily Irwin. Irwin falls to the deck, then comes up with a steal after it's batted away by Bella Valent. Irwin up the floor to Miller. Miller on the left side, lobs it into Valent. Valent in traffic. She draws the foul, and she'll get 2 coming from the line. Bella Valent, the Yellow Jackets' second leading scorer at 10.8 points per game. She has hit 70 of 107 free throw attempts this year, 65.4%. Reagan Schill checks in for Leah Riley. Taylor DeMassimo has checked into the game back into the game for the Muskies and seeing her first action today. 5'7" freshman guard out of Orwell. Number 2, Courtney Hyvick. Valent misses both shots, but the rebound goes out of bounds off of the Muskies. Valent checks out. Sadie Yarn checks in. Irwin underneath her own hoop will inbound it. She does so to Miller. Miller puts it on the deck once with the left hand, kicks it into the corner to Arndt, and she had her foot out of bounds when she caught the pass. That's a turnover for the Yellow Jackets. They have now committed 8 turnovers in the game. Lizzie Allen walks the ball into the front court, sends a pass right side, and it's poked out of bounds by Sylvie Sonneman. Good on-ball defense against Hyvick. And Sonneman will check out. Megan Hensel will check back in. Taylor DeMassimo inbounds it to Lizzie Allen. She'll send it right side to Jones. Jones working against Schill. Now back out front to Hyvick. Hyvick sends it over to Taylor DeMassimo on the dribble drive. Into the corner. Now it gets reversed to the wing to Jones. Jones in the lane. Throws up a shot. And it's taken away by the Yellow Jackets. Arndt over to Hensel on the left wing. Hensel to Alyssa Miller. Miller sends it right side to Irwin. Irwin gets a screen from Arndt. Lobs it inside. Arndt is clobbered going for the basketball. She hits the deck after colliding with Tori Jones. That's Jones' second. That's the second on the Muskies in the quarter. Irwin checks out. Wokley checks in, and she'll inbound. Caitlin DeMassimo is back. Tori Jones will take a break. Inbound to Hensel out top for 3. Off the mark. Rebound pulled down by the Muskies. Lizzie Allen into the front court. Sends a pass left side to Taylor DeMassimo. And DeMassimo travels with the basketball. Sylvie Sonneman checks in. She'll replace Alyssa Miller. The Yellow Jackets with a 24-16 lead. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Wokley dribbles at the top of the key. Now off left side. Sends it out front to Sonneman. Sonneman hands off to Hensel. Hensel sends a pass left side to Wokley. Wokley over to Sonneman on the right wing. 10 on the shot clock. Back to Wokley on a handoff. Wokley on a dribble drive. Has it knocked out of bounds by the Muskies. Bella Valent is back for the Yellow Jackets. She'll relieve Sadie Arndt. Wokley will inbound. The Yellow Jackets have 5 on the shot clock. So enough time to get a good look. Schill catches the inbound pass over to Valent. Valent with 2 on the shot clock, and that's a violation. Even if she did get the shot lifted, it didn't hit the rim. So another turnover for the Yellow Jackets. Allen sends a pass left side to Hyvik. Out front it goes to Taylor DeMassimo. She'll get a screen from Caitlin DeMassimo with a lob pass inside now. And that outlet pass is stolen away by Megan Hensel. Hensel skips it left wing to Schill. Schill on the dribble drive, goes up off glass and gets the layup to go. Yellow Jackets back in front by 10, 26-16. 1:53 to go here in the first half. Lizzie Allen dribbles off to the right wing. Now back to the middle of the floor. Gets a screen from Caitlin DeMassimo. Pulls up from 17 and hits the step back jumper. 26-18. Jacket lead down to 8. Wokley quickly back the other way. Picks up her dribble at the free throw line extended. Sends a pass left side to Hensel. Over to the wing it goes to Schill. Schill over to Valent on the right wing. Valent on a dribble drive. Kicks it to Wokley on the left wing. Wokley dribbles back between the circles. Now drives to the right of the lane. Kicks it out to Sonneman. Sonneman tries to drive baseline. She has her pocket picked by Caitlin DeMassimo. DeMassimo over to Allen. Allen back to Caitlin DeMassimo working against Valent. Into the corner goes to Taylor DeMassimo for 3, and she knocks it down. 26-21. Jackets lead by 5 with under a minute to go in the half. Wokley between the circles for the Yellow Jackets. Lobs it into the corner to Sonneman. Sonneman sends it to Valent, now left wing to Schill. Schill dribbles back to the middle of the floor. 10 on the shot clock. Pass over to Hensel on the left wing. Hensel lobs it inside to Valent. Valent loses a handle on it, and it's taken away by the Muskies. Lizzie Allen getting down on the deck to get the steal. Shot clock is off. The Muskies can use it all. Allen out front. She'll back it out between the circles. Send a pass left side that's knocked away by Sonneman. Lipia tracks it down, and Sonneman's going to get called for the blocking foul. It's only a second on the Yellow Jackets in the quarter. That's Sonneman's first for the quarter. Miller checks in. Andrews checks in. Valent will check out. Wokley will check out for the Yellow Jackets. Moorhead is back for the Muskies. Taylor DeMassimo inbounds in front of the Yellow Jacket bench, and she'll do so to Hyvik. Hyvik catches a pass, gives it to Taylor DeMassimo for the layup attempt. It's no good. Miller there for the board, and she'll dribble out the first half clock. We'll head to halftime with the Yellow Jackets in front of the Fighting Muskies, 26-21. Before we break for halftime, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket women's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. And I want to remind you that you are watching and listening to today's game on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll have a rundown of the first half statistics for you, as well as a preview of the second half. Once again, the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets, the number 14 team in the country, lead the Fighting Muskies of Muskingum University 26-21 at the half. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Basketball on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Hello everyone and welcome back inside the Ursprung Gymnasium at the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. My name is Matt Florjancic and I'm along with you for the call of today's game between the visiting Fighting Muskies of Muskingum University and the 14th ranked Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. We are at halftime and Baldwin Wallace holds a 26-21 advantage over the Muskies. Leading the way for the Yellow Jackets, it's Reagan Schill with 8 points. Off the bench, Alyssa Miller has added 4, while Carolyn Wokley, also off the bench, has added 3, making her lone 3-point attempt of the first half. And then Bella Valent, Emily Irwin, Leah Riley, and Sylvie Sonneman and Megan Hensel all have 2 points each. Leading the way for the Muskies with 5 points each, it's Taylor DeMassimo and Caitlin DeMassimo. 4 points each for Lizzie Allen and Tori Jones off the bench. And then rounding out the scoring for the Muskies with 3 points, it's Claudia Harrington. The Yellow Jackets shot 11 of 24 from the field in that first half, 45.8%, 3 of 9 from three-point range, 33.3%. They did miss 3 of their 4 free throw attempts, though, just 25% on the makes. The Muskies shot 9 of 26 in that first half, 34.6%. 2 of 6 from three-point range, 33.3%, and they made their lone free throw. Points off turnovers favor the Yellow Jackets 9-3. Points in the paint favor the Yellow Jackets 14-10. Neither team has scored a second chance point. And fast break points also favor the Yellow Jackets 2-0, while the Yellow Jacket bench has outscored Muskingum's 11-4. The Yellow Jackets have 5 assists on their 11 made hoops. Muskingum 4 assists on their 9 made baskets. Turnovers, the Yellow Jackets have committed 11, while the Muskies have committed 8. The Yellow Jackets start with possession in the second half. It's Hensel, Irwin, Valent, Andrews, and Schill on the floor for the Jackets. Schill driving from the right wing, has the baseline shut off, gives it up to Andrews. Andrews back to Schill on the right wing. Gets a screen from Valent, tries to drive, kicks it to Valent, who stands on the right wing, now that tries to drive, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Muskies. On the floor for Muskingum, Caitlin and Taylor DeMassimo, as well as Claudia Harrington, Lizzie Allen, and Hallie Moorhead. Irwin inbounded with 4 seconds left on the shot clock, and she lobs it into Andrews. Andrews puts it on the deck with the left hand, gets into the lane, throws up her runner off glass, and gets the layup to go. Jackets in front by 7, 28-21, 9:23 to go in the third quarter. Allen dribbles into the right wing, into the front court, to the right wing, I should say. Lobs it to Taylor DeMassimo, too strong on the layup attempt. Collected by Megan Hensel. Hensel into the front court. Kicks it to Izzy Andrews. Andrews back to Hensel, who swings it over to Reagan Schill on the left side of the floor. Over to the left wing, it goes to Irwin. Irwin on a dribble drive, goes up off glass with the left hand. It's no good. Rebound to Lizzie Allen. Allen sends it over to Caitlin DeMassimo on the drive. She goes up off glass with the left hand, and it's good. That cuts the deficit for Muskingum to 5. Schill out front to Hensel. She'll fire up a 3 from the top of the key. Left it short. Rebound to Lizzie Allen. Allen walks it into the front court. Sends a pass right wing to Harrington. Harrington dribbles all the way to the left side of the floor. Out front to Caitlin DeMassimo for 3, and she hits it. We have a 2-point ball game as the Yellow Jackets lead 28-26 with 8:07 to go here in the third quarter. Andrews into the corner to Valent. Valent out front to Hensel. She'll reverse it left wing to Schill. Schill into the corner to Irwin. Irwin to Hensel. She'll reverse it right side to Andrews, now to Schill. 9 on the shot clock. Schill out front to Andrews. Andrews lobs it inside to Valent. Valent goes up with the right hand and gets the layup to go. Allen sends a pass left wing to Moorhead, back to Allen on the right wing. She fires up a 3. It's off the mark. Bella Valent's there for the board. She outlets it right side to Irwin. Irwin up the middle of the floor. Drives the lane. Out front to Valent. She'll fire up a 3 from the top of the key and knock it down for Baldwin Wallace. Just like that, the lead's back up to 7. Yellow Jackets in front, 33-26 with 7:11 to go in the third. Moorhead outlets it to Taylor DeMassimo. She gets a screen from Claudia Harrington. Sends it to Moorhead, now to Caitlin DeMassimo on the baseline drive. Kicks it out to Taylor DeMassimo for 3, and she hits it. 33-29. Jacket lead down to 4 with 6:46 to go in the third. Valent catches the ball on the right wing. Out front to Hensel. Left side to Schill. Schill puts it on the floor with the right hand. Gets to the middle of the court. Looking for an outlet. Finds Irwin on the left wing. Irwin feigns the use of a screen. Now kicks it to Valent. Valent to Irwin in the corner for 3. Got it! 36-29. Jackets in front by 7. 6:18 to go here in this third quarter. Lizzie Allen the other way for the Muskies. Dribbles off to the right wing. Bodying up Emily Irwin. Trying to drive against Irwin. Picks up her dribble on the low post. Now out front to Harrington. Harrington thought about a 3, trying to drive. Gets into the lane. Kicks it over to Lizzie Allen. Back to Harrington with a 3 from the right wing. It's off the side of the rim, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Muskies. Yellow Jacket basketball. Jones and Lippiett are back for the Muskies. We'll check in for Caitlin and Taylor DeMassimo. Schill, Valent, Hensel, and Andrews will take seats. Wokley, Miller, Sonneman, and Philpott return. The lone holdover is Emily Irwin. Wokley on the left side sends a pass right side to Sonneman. Back left it goes to Miller. She'll kick it over to the wing to Sonneman. Skips it over into the corner to Irwin. Irwin put it on the deck twice and gave it to Philpott. Philpott back to Irwin on the left wing. She'll fire up a 3 off the side of the rim, and it's a foul against Alyssa Miller. Rebound credited to the Muskies. That's Miller's first, and that's the first on the Yellow Jackets in the quarter. Lizzie Allen walks the ball into the front court, sends a pass left side to Harrington. Harrington out front to Moorhead. Moorhead back to Harrington. Harrington on the dribble drive. Kicks it to Jones on the baseline, now to Lippiett on the right wing. Back to Jones on the right wing after a short drive. Jones will try to drive it. 5 on the shot clock. Moorhead gets it. She kicks it out to Harrington. Harrington will dribble, and she'll throw up a runner. The basket went in, but it's waved off for a shot clock violation. Leah Riley will check in, and she'll spell Emily Irwin. Miller sends it in to Wokley. Wokley jogs it up the left sideline before dribbling back between the circles and sending a pass left wing to Leah Riley. Riley with a nice crossover to try and get into the lane, but it was shut off, so she'll outlet it, and it'll get reversed to Miller in the right corner. Now to Sonneman. Back left side to Wokley. She'll fire up a 3 from the left wing, and she'll knock it down for Baldwin Wallace. The lead is back up to double digits, 39-29. Jackets in front, 4:19 to go in the third. Allen into the corner to Moorhead. Moorhead on the drive, gets into the lane, sends it into the corner to Harrington. Harrington gives it to Lizzie Allen, and Allen tries to send a baseline pass to Lippiett. It's kicked by Leah Riley. That puts the shot clock back up to 20 seconds for the Muskies. Moorhead to inbound it. And she does so to Lippiett out front. Pump fake on the 3. Now she'll try the dribble drive. And she passes at the last second to Harrington, and it's knocked out of bounds by Sonneman. Sylvie Sonneman has been very active in clogging up those passing lanes. She's deflected quite a few passes out of bounds. That one, however, is deflected out of bounds by Lippiett. It's a turnover for the Muskies. Miller will inbound. She does so to Wokley, who has Allen draped all over her back, but still manages to catch the ball and get into the front court. Wokley drives to the right of the lane, gives it to Miller at the top of the key. Miller drives left, goes up with the left hand, and gets the shot to go. 41-29. Jackets in front, 3:40 to go here in this third quarter. And with that, we have a full timeout on the floor by the Muskies, who had gotten to within 2 points of the Yellow Jackets at 28-26. And since that point, the Yellow Jackets have gone on a 13-3 run and lead at 41-29 with 3:36 to go here in the third quarter. While we have this break in the action, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket women's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Ratuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. You are listening to Yellow Jacket Women's Basketball on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Out of the timeout, the Yellow Jackets send Valent, Riley, Sonneman, Miller, and Wokley onto the floor. The Muskies respond with Caitlin and Taylor DeMassimo, Jones, Lippiett, and Lizzie Allen. Jones sends a pass left side to Allen, back to Jones. Jones puts it on the floor one time before winding a pass into Caitlin DeMassimo, and she draws a foul against Alyssa Miller. That's Miller's second. That's the second on the Yellow Jackets in the quarter. Lizzie Allen will inbound it with a lob inside to Caitlin DeMassimo. It gets reversed left wing to Lippiett, out front to Allen. Allen back to Lippiett in the corner for three. Got it! 41-32. Jacket lead down to 9 with 3:09 to go in the third. Wokley left wing to Riley for three. Counted! She'll have one more coming from the line as she was fouled in the act of shooting. Taylor DeMassimo is called for the foul. That's her second. That's the first on the Muskies this quarter. Riley has that in one attempt, rim out, but it's controlled by Miller. It's reversed out front to Wokley between the circles. She'll send it right side to Sonneman. Sonneman dribbles back left side, gives it to Wokley on the left wing. She'll skip it to the right wing to Miller. Miller on the drive, 5 on the shot clock. Sonneman reverses it to Valent. Valent kicks it to Sonneman. She launches a desperation three, and she knocks it down for the Yellow Jackets. BW in front, 47-32 with 2.5 to go in the third. Lizzie Allen on the right wing, tries to dish it to Taylor DeMassimo. She has her shot blocked by Sylvie Sonneman and collected by Miller. Miller to Riley. Riley on the drive is sent to the deck. She and Caitlin DeMassimo had quite the collision. And Riley got up trying to flex her jaw a little bit. That was a big collision, and both young ladies absorbed quite a bit on the contact end of the scale. Riley will check out. Irwin will check back in. Hensel replaces Sonneman. Allen checks out for the Muskies, and Hyvik is back. Irwin inbound it. She does so to Wokley. Wokley between the circles sends a pass into the corner to Miller. Miller, high post entry pass to Valent, who tracks it down in traffic, gives it to Irwin. 10 on the shot clock. Irwin on the drive, out to Valent. Pump fake on the three. She'll drive all the way to the hoop. Throw up a runner at the right hand and get it to go. Jackets in front, 49-32 with 1:48 to go in the third. Jones sends a pass right wing to Taylor DeMassimo, out front to Hyvik. She'll get a screen from Lippiett, pick and roll action. She'll reverse it left side to Jones for three. Got it for the Muskies. 49-35, Jacket lead down to 14. Quickly the other way, Irwin to Miller. She passes up a three to give the ball to Hensel. Hensel on the drive. It gets reversed to Wokley from the left wing for three. Knocks it down for Baldwin Wallace. 52-35. Jackets in front, 1:12 to go in the third. The Jackets have found their three-point shot here in this third quarter. Emily Irwin picks up the foul on Lippiett going the other way. 1:04 to go in the third, and Schill will check in to relieve Alyssa Miller. The Yellow Jackets were 3 of 9 from three-point range at the half. How about coming out and knocking down 6 of 8 from the field, from long range in this third quarter? The Muskies get a basket to draw within 15, 52-37. Schill on the left wing, over to the right side with a pass to Irwin, back to Wokley on the left side. Wokley sends it to Hensel. Hensel back left side to Schill, and in the corner it goes to Wokley. 7 on the shot clock. Wokley on the drive, kicks it into the corner to Schill for three, off the side of the rim, and controlled by the Muskies, but they save it right to Valen. Valen with the left hand, gets the layup to go. 54-37, Jackets in front. The Muskies can use it all as the shot clock is off. 14 left to go here in the third quarter. It's Jones running point. She has it tipped away but maintains possession. Now Irwin trying again to get it away from her. No dice. It's raised up from three for Caitlin DeMassimo, and it's off the mark. That'll bring this third quarter to a close with the Yellow Jackets holding a 54-37 advantage over the Fighting Muskies of Muskingum University. And while we have this break in the action, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket women's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leader since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. You are listening to Yellow Jacket Women's Basketball on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Out of the quarter break, it's Izzy Andrews, Emily Irwin, Kira Philpott, Reagan Schill, and Megan Hensel on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. On the floor for the Muskies, Anna Lippiett, Lizzie Allen, Courtney Hyvik, Caitlin DeMassimo, and Claudia Harrington. The Muskies start the fourth with the ball. Caitlin DeMassimo in the high post, drives against Philpott, misses the layup. It's rebounded by Emily Irwin. Irwin, a left side pass to Schill. Schill to Philpott in the post, right underneath the hoop, and Philpott with a one dribble move to get herself some better position for a baby jump shot, and she gets it off the glass and good. 56-37, Jackets in front by 19. Hyvik sends a pass right side to Lizzie Allen. Now over to Caitlin DeMassimo on the left side of the floor to Claudia Harrington. Harrington on the dribble drive, throws it away. She left the pass right, and Allen went left, and it's out of bounds off of the Muskies. Irwin takes the inbound pass from Hensel, jogs the ball across the timeline. Sends it left wing to Philpott. It gets reversed right wing to Schill. Schill out front to Andrews. Andrews back right side to Schill, or to Hensel rather, excuse me. Now over to Andrews. Andrews on a dribble drive. He has it blocked. She fights for the rebound. Puts it up. It touches the rim. Philpott battles for the board. She battles 3 Muskies for the board and gets it to go off the glass. The Muskies froze when the shot clock buzzer sounded, thinking that it was a violation on the Yellow Jackets, but Andrews grazed enough of the rim to keep it alive, and Philpott finished it off at the rack. Harrington the other way from 15, left it short off the front rim. The rebound gets tipped out to Hyvik. She'll send it over to Lippiett on the left wing. Lippiett now posting up Hensel, throws up a right-handed hook shot, and it goes. 58-39, Jacket lead 19 with 8:07 to go in the fourth quarter. Andrews along the baseline, sends a pass out to Hensel. That gets deflected out of bounds by the Muskies. Valent to check in, and she'll replace Philpott. Philpott doing a lot of work on the boards early in this second half, or early in this fourth quarter, I should say, to get herself on the scoring sheet. Andrews with the basketball, right side, sends a pass left side to Irwin. Irwin gets into the lane, kicks it out to Hensel. Pump fake the 3. She'll try to drive, pull up from 13. Off the side of the rim, Lizzie Allen there for the board. Allen dribbles it into the front court, checked by Emily Irwin. Irwin hit with a back screen, but Allen threw it away on a pick and roll attempt. Hensel came up with the steal. Into the front court, over to Schill. Back to Hensel from the left wing for 3. Got it! Yellow Jackets go back in front by 20 as they lead it 61-39. The lead stands at 22 with 7:05 to go in the fourth. Allen sends a pass right wing to Harrington. Harrington on the dribble drive, gets to the line, gets in the lane, backs it back out, over to Caitlin DeMassimo for 2. It's off the mark. Hensel there for the board. Hensel sends a pass right wing to Andrews. Into the post it goes to Valent. Back to Andrews, and it's deflected out of bounds by the Muskies. Sonneman, Wokley, and Riley check back in for the Yellow Jackets. Schill, Hensel, and Irwin check out. And 4 Muskies check out. That's Caitlin DeMassimo, Claudia Harrington, Lizzie Allen, and Courtney Hyvik check out. Hallie Moorhead checks in for the Muskies. Sonneman with a 3-point try. It's off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Tori Jones. So it's Jones, Taylor DeMassimo, Moorhead, Lippiett, and Abby Boeing seeing her first action today for the Muskies. Turnaround jumper from Jones off the mark. Valent there for the board. She'll push it into the front court. She'll post up, kick it out to Wokley on the left side. It gets reversed right side to Sonneman. Sonneman out front to Andrews. Left wing it goes to Wokley. Back between the circles to Sonneman. She'll reverse it right wing to Valent. 10 on the shot clock. Valent tries to drive. She'll spin to her right. Go up off glass with the right hand. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Boeing. She'll outlet it to Lippiett, who gives it to Moorhead. Moorhead sends it over to Taylor DeMassimo on the left wing. DeMassimo gets to the middle of the floor, throws up a runner, and she draws a foul against Leah Riley. She'll get 2 coming from the line. Miller and Philpott return for the Yellow Jackets. They'll replace Andrews and Valent. Taylor DeMassimo, the 3rd leading scorer on the season for this Muskies team. She's 30 of 40 from the free throw line, 75%, 31 of 41 after making the first of this 2-shot foul. She'll put it on the deck 3 times. Aim, fire, and knock it down. 61-41. Jackets lead by 20 with 5:40 to go. Miller, right side pass to Riley. Gets reversed over to the left side of the floor to Sonneman. Sonneman out front to Wokley. Wokley right wing to Sonneman. Back out front to Wokley. Thought about a 3. 10 on the shot clock as she reverses it left wing to Riley. Riley on the drive, loses a handle on it, but draws a foul. And it is against Hallie Moorhead. That's her second. That's the first on the Muskies in the quarter. Wokley to inbound the basketball for the Yellow Jackets. She lobs it into Riley. Riley back to Wokley on the left wing. Wokley dribbles to the mid-post, kicks it out to Sonneman. Now to Leah Riley. 7 on a shot clock. Riley with a step-back 3, in and out, no good. Rebound hustled after it, controlled by Miller. Miller to Wokley. Wokley back out front to Sonneman for 3 from the top of the key. Off the mark, and it's pulled in by Taylor DeMassimo. She outlets it to Jones. Jones dribbles between the circles, sends a pass left side to Moorhead. Moorhead drives and kicks it into the corner to Taylor DeMassimo. Too strong on the three-point attempt. Out of bounds off of the Muskies. Possession to the Yellow Jackets. Lizzie Allen back into the game for the Yellow Jackets. She'll replace Taylor DeMassimo. Megan Hensel returns for the Yellow Jackets. She'll spell Alyssa Miller. Now Caitlin DeMassimo comes back into the game and replaces Anna Lippiett for the Muskies. Hensel inbounds it to Wokley. Wokley sends a pass to the left wing where Leah Riley catches it. Gets a screen from Philpott. Philpott on the pick and pop, catches the pass, sends it to Hensel on the right wing, and it's sent right back over to Riley. Now to Wokley on the right side. Wokley to Hensel. Out front to Riley from the top of the key for 3. Off back iron. Rebound to Caitlin DeMassimo. She outlets it to Lizzie Allen. Allen dribbles off left side, gets back to the middle of the floor. Now to the right of the lane, lobs it to Caitlin DeMassimo. Back to Allen, step back 3 on the way. Off back iron. Rebound pulled in by Carolyn Wokley. Wokley to Riley on the near sideline. Riley to the right wing with the dribble. Crosses up Moorhead, gets into the corner with a pass to Wokley for 3. In and out. No good. 3:43 to go here in this fourth quarter. Jackets remain in front by 20. 61-41. Allen with the ball between the circles for the Muskies. Sends it out front to Caitlin DeMassimo on the drive. Kicks it over to Jones for 3 from the right wing. No good. Wokley pulls in the board. Wokley one-hands a pass to Hensel going back door. Hensel somehow stays in bounds. Dribbles off to the right side. Sends it back to Wokley out front between the circles. Wokley to Philpott on the left wing. Philpott puts it on the deck twice, then hands off to Riley. Riley trying to drive against Moorhead. He's forced to kick out to Hensel, now to Wokley. Wokley with 4 on the shot clock, gets to the lane, throws up a right-handed layup, too strong. Rebound controlled by Boeing, and there will be a travel call against Bowling. It's a turnover for the Muskies. Philpott, Riley, Wokley check out, as does Sonneman. Andrews, Schill, Irwin, and Valent return for the Yellow Jackets. Irwin will inbound it underneath her own hoop with a fresh shot clock. And she lobs it into Valent. Valent looking for an outlet, hands off to Andrews. Andrews thought about a 3, then sends it right wing to Irwin. It gets reversed now to Hensel on the left wing. Out to Irwin along the sideline, or perimeter it goes rather, to Valent. Valent sends it out front to Schill. 10 on the shot clock. Hensel with the ball on the right wing. Into the post it goes to Valent. Valent kicks it to Schill, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Yellow Jackets. Moorhead inbounds the basketball to Allen. And a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout by the Muskies with 2:22 to go here in this fourth quarter. And while we have this break in the action, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket women's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Ratuno at OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria, Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of the Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. You are listening to Yellow Jacket Women's Basketball on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Out of the timeout, it's Irwin, Valent, Andrews, Hensel, and Schill on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. On the floor for the Muskies, it is Boeing, Ivik, Elizabeth Key, Kenzie Bicking, and Casey Tully. Tully, Bicking, and Key on the floor for the first time tonight. It's Tully on the drive. It's off the mark, and it's controlled by Valent. She outlets it to Andrews. And a 30-second rolling timeout for subs for the Yellow Jackets. Sadie Arnn checks in. Megan Jurasic checks in. Alec Johnson checks in. And that's so your seniors can get a nice round of applause. That's for Reagan Schill, Megan Hensel, and Izzy Andrews, who are getting hugs and high fives along the bench from their teammates. And even Coach Hare walks down to the end of the bench where the Yellow Jacket seniors had congregated and gave each one of them a hug. Sadie Arnn on the drive, and she gets the layup to go with the right hand. 63-41 Jackets in front. 1:48 to go. Tully with the basketball on the right wing. Into the high post it goes to Boeing. Her turnaround jumper is off the mark. Ivik there for the board, though. Outlets it to Bicking for three, off the mark. Megan Jurasic cleans up the rebound and outlets it to Irwin. Another rolling 30-second timeout to get more substitutions into the game. Valent, Arnn, and Irwin check out. Number 21, Casey Badalak. Number 12, Allie Menendez, and number 13, Brooke Thompson check into the game for the first time today. Badalak with the ball on the right side of the floor after catching a pass from Johnson. She gives the ball to Jurasic at the top of the key. Jurasic back to Badalak. Badalak draws a foul against one of the Muskies. That's only the second. And that foul was on the floor. Courtney Ivik picks up her first foul of the game. It's inbounded to Johnson, who fires up a three from the right wing, and she knocks it down for Baldwin Wallace. 66-41. Jackets in front with 1:04 to go. Tully into the high post. It goes to Boeing. Boeing hands off to Ivik. Backdoor pass. It's good, and she'll get one more coming from the line. That's Kenzie Bicking on the layup. Alec Johnson committed the foul. That's Johnson's first. That's the second on the team. Bicking came in 1 of 2 from the free throw line on the season. She's now 2 of 3. She completes the three-point play. Menendez dribbles off left side, gives it to Johnson, now into the corner to Badalak for three, and she knocks it down for Baldwin Wallace. BW leads it 69-44 with under 40 seconds to go in the game. Key catches the pass on the left wing, then it gets reversed over to Tully on the right corner for three, no good. Jurasic there for the board. She'll dribble it into the front court, off to the right wing, picks it up, gives it to Johnson. Johnson to Menendez on the left side of the floor. Menendez will back it out between the circles. Jackets can use it all. The shot clock is off. She'll send a pass left side to Badalak. Now to Jurasic, right side. Jurasic back to Badalak on the left side. And she will dribble out the clock as the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets, the 14th ranked Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets, I should say, close out a 69-44 victory over the Muskingum College Fighting Muskies. The Yellow Jackets improved to 20-3 overall, 12-1 at home, and they are now 13-3 in conference play, including an 8-1 mark in conference home games. The Fighting Muskies dropped to 9-14 on the season. They are now 4-9 away from home and 6-10 in Ohio Athletic Conference play. Taking a look at some final statistics, the Yellow Jackets finished the game 28 of 55 from the field, 50.9%. They were 12 of 26 from three-point range, 46.2%. Just 1 of 5 at the free throw line, 20%. Muskingum was 17 of 50 from the field, 34%, 6 of 18 from three-point range, 33%, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line, a perfect 100%. The Yellow Jackets slowed down the turnovers after having a rough first half with 11. They committed just 1 in that second half for a game total of 12. The Muskies finished with 14 turnovers. Points off turnovers went the way of the Yellow Jackets, 21-3. The Yellow Jackets had a 38-23 edge in total rebounds, 8-3 in offensive rebounds, and 30-20 in defensive rebounds. The Yellow Jackets had 17 assists on their 28 made baskets. The Muskies finished with 9 assists on their 17 baskets. Block shots went the way of the Yellow Jackets, 4-3. The Muskies had 1 more steal, 7-6. Fouls, pretty even, 9 for the Muskies, 7 for the Yellow Jackets. Bench points, the Yellow Jackets outscored the Muskies 37-15. The Yellow Jackets also had a 5-2 edge in second chance points, 28-18 advantage in points in the paint, and a 2-0 advantage in fast break points. Leading the way for the Yellow Jackets individually with 11 points, it was Bella Valent. She added 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Carolyn Wokley hit 3 of her 4 three-point attempts for 9 points. She added 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Reagan Schill had 8 points. Alyssa Miller had 6. Emily Irwin, Leah Riley, Megan Hensel, and Sylvie Sonneman each finished with 5. Kara Philpott added 4. Alec Johnson, Casey Badalak, and Izzy Andrews added 3. Sadie Arndt added 2. Allison Menendez in limited action had 1 assist. And Megan Jurasic added 2 rebounds for the Yellow Jackets. Caitlin and Taylor DeMassimo led the way for the Muskies with 12 and 10 points respectively. Tori Jones finished with 7 points. Anna Lippiett off the bench had 5. Lizzie Allen had 4. Kenzie Bicking and Claudia Harrington round out the scoring with 3 points each. Once again, the Yellow Jackets improve to 20-3 on the season and 12-1 in home games. They're now 13-3 in Ohio Athletic Conference play. The Muskies fall to 9-14 on the year, 4-9 away from home, and 6-10 in Ohio Athletic Conference play. The Yellow Jackets will next be in action on Wednesday, February 15th, when they travel across the county to play the John Carroll University Blue Streaks. They will end the regular season next Saturday afternoon. That's February 18th, when the men's and women's doubleheader will take place in the Performance Arena at the Capitol Center down in Bexley, Ohio. For everyone here at Baldwin Wallace, my name is Matt Florjancic saying have a great night, everybody, and go Jackets. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.